South Africa has capacitated its approach to trade talks with the United States with an expanded team of negotiators and a new offer on the table described as handsomely generous. The hope is to strike a mutually beneficial trade deal that would see the imposed 30% tariff lowered.
The new offer substantively responds to the issues the U.S. has raised in the 2025 National Trade Estimates Report. A high-level negotiating team, including both the DTIC and the Department of Agriculture, has been identified and is ready to engage the U.S. towards a mutually beneficial agreement.
The country is also working to diversify to other markets as a mitigation factor. Talks are already underway with other countries, including BRICS members.
We're not putting all our eggs in one basket, and that we are looking determinedly for other markets. China, Japan, the Middle East, South Korea. These are huge opportunities, I think, that remain untapped for us as South Africa. And perhaps this crossroads that we're at now with this particular tariff situation is now even more of an incentive for us to move more determinedly towards securing these new markets for South Africa's goods.
The ministers say several industries are already getting assistance through the Export Support Desk as a measure to safeguard thousands of jobs on the line.
Since being operational, thus far 23 companies have utilized the Export Support Desk and were accordingly assisted. In addition to queries processed, engagements were also initiated more than 54 South African exporters to the United States, focusing on updates on the negotiations, clarifications on tariffs, elements of an economic response package, and issues linked to market diversification.
South Africa is also talking tough against product dumping and on negotiations geared towards amending policies. The country says there's a bit of progress as it has so far resolved some concerns raised by the US on some agricultural products.
South Africa has already addressed sanitary and phytosanitary measures in compliance with the biosecurity protocols affecting poultry. In this regard, South Africa granted market access under the conditional self-ban and self-lifting system. This will ensure that the U.S. is able to leverage the tariff rate quota of 72,000 tons already agreed in 2026. Secondly, with regards to blueberries, we've granted market access for states that are free of fruit fly and agreed to mitigation measures with those states with fruit fly. And also with regards to pork, in this regard, it is open, subject to the biosecurity requirements. Consequently, the USA Africa Trade Desk has informed us that it will be shipping containers of poultry and pork to South Africa in 2 weeks' time, which is testimony that these issues have been resolved.
The new offer looks to build on South Africa's May 2025 submission. Key exports that remain vulnerable include agriculture and manufactured goods, as well as the automotive sector. Minister Tau describing this as the most unprecedented negotiations. A ministerial council will take place in Cameroon in March 2026 of the World Trade Organization, with changes to the global trade dynamics expected to come under the spotlight. South Africa, in the meantime, remains hopeful that this new deal will lead to the lowering of the 30% tariffs imposed on select goods to the U.S. Katlego Logodi, SABC News in Pretoria.